I had another great conversation with a friend that had a friend, or has a friend, who basically is always complaining about that she can never find a good man, and why all the guys I'm with, all they want is sex, and da-da-da-da-da, woo-woo this, and all these complaints. So, I thought, you know, this is a good topic for my ladies, because I don't think she's the only one out there that is having the why can't I find a good man issue. This day and age, there's no such thing as meeting someone at the grocery store or the bar or church. It's all these dating apps. Tinder, Bumble, I think there's one called Grindr, which sounds so inappropriate, but that's what they are. They're dating apps. So you meet everybody on these dating apps. You have a small paragraph to describe who you are, what you're looking for, and then you put a bunch of pictures up to basically advertise yourself. It's like a commercial. So, ladies, when you're doing these dating apps, what are you looking for? Are you looking for their looks? Are you looking for, you know, what they're doing in their photos to see if they're a family man? Some girls are like big on if the guy has a puppy in the picture, that's something like endearing. Oh, they have a puppy, they must be loving. They look for if there's children in the picture, and not necessarily if they're their children, but if he plays with kids. Oh, that means he wants kids one day. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. Guys are not dumb. They know what you're looking for. They purposely will borrow a puppy from their neighbor. They'll have their nieces and nephews in the picture on purpose just to make it look like they're loving. It's all a ploy. It's the same reason why in commercials they make it look like a woman can go jogging and swimming and ride a horse with a certain tampon. Nobody wants to do all that bullshit when you're on your period, but they want to sell it to you. So they make it sound like this is the best thing ever. I can go horseback riding while I'm on my period. No. Sorry, no one does that. But, anywho, why can't you find a good man? Well, because you keep letting the cookie out the jar. That's why. Just because you are courting someone does not mean you have to sleep with them. Ladies, stop thinking that sex is a way to start a relationship. It's not. That's a fact. So basically, my friend's friend, every time she finds a guy that she likes, they start dating, and she goes hard real quick. Like, basically becomes wifey. She'll cook, she'll clean, she'll do all these things. And he loves it, of course, because what man doesn't want a woman basically taking care of them like they're their mother? And on top of that, she has sex with them. Well, these relationships only last a few weeks to maybe a few months, but nothing that's been long-term or truly a potential life partner. So her thing was, there's just no good men out there. No, there's plenty of good men, but you have to also be a good woman. Men are going to take and do as much as you allow them to. So if you are going to basically be wifey or have sex with them, take care of them, cook for them, clean for them, then they're going to let you. And as soon as you start realizing, hey, what am I getting out of this deal? That's when they're going to be like, bye-bye. Now, if you start the relationship without all of that, and you really just get to know the person and really date, you'll start to realize maybe this person isn't right for me before you have sex. Or maybe you start to realize I really don't know them well enough to want to give them that part of me. It's called self-worth. Every guy is not worthy of your cookie. Every guy is not worthy of that part of your body. Let them fall in love with your mind before they fall in love with your body. Because ultimately, your body can fade. Sex may not always be good. And then once you realize that, are you going to jump ship because that's gone? No. So what's important is the person's personality, what their morals are, what their values are. That's what's important. The sex part can come later. That can always be added in later. But all the other things can't. You're not going to change somebody's personality, especially if you're over a certain age. That's who they are. So sex you can always spice up, add some things, add toys, add dress up. You know, you can spice that up. But their personality, you can't. That's who they are. So if that's not going to work out, then it's not going to work out. Why say, oh my God, he's the best in bed, but his personality is of a doorknob? You're going to want to be with the doorknob for the rest of your life? Or do you want to be the doorknob that just takes a turn for the rest of her life? Don't be that girl. Don't be that chick that guys think that are easy or easily manipulated because you allow them between your thighs. We have a lot of power between our thighs. It's a lot of power. And some women just don't know how to control it. Some women don't know how to keep it wrapped up in a nice little bow. They just all willy-nilly with their power, shooting it off and spreading it all over the world. And then it makes the power useless. Because later in life, they'll be like, your power's used all up. So who wants you? Nobody wants a girl that's been around the block 900 times. It's not attractive. It's not what a guy looks for in a life partner. That's the kind of guy that's the kind of girl the guy is looking for just for a good time, not to bring home to mom. So really, ladies, it's about knowing your self-respect. Yes, women want sex just as much as men. And yes, sex is fine. I am not going to tell you not to do it. I'm not going to tell you that you can't do it or it's gross or you're a whore or you're a slut. No, I'm not saying any of those things. But just know if your relationship starts out as a highly sexual relationship and the sex starts to fizzle, the whole relationship is a fizzle. But if the relationship starts off as communication, getting to know the person, finding their common interests, your common goals in life, that is a much more potential relationship to last throughout the months and the years than just the one that was sexual. Now, if you're in I'm in my whole phase, which is a real thing. I just learned that recently too, that there's whole phases. But anyway, if you're in what you call your whole phase and you just want to have fun, you just want to have casual sex and you want to have casual dating, well then fine, do that. More power to you. I feel like that is no problem to do that as long as you're using protection and you're being respectful of the other person involved in the relationship. Meaning, if you know that that's all you're looking for, let that other person know. This is all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm looking for sex. That's it. And if you put that out there right in the beginning, boys and gals, then less emotions can be hurt, less feelings will be hurt, and you guys can be on the same page. So that's my only advice if that's what you want to do. But if you're a girl out here that's like, I really want to find someone who's going to love me for me, and we're going to be good together, and we're going to have a partnership and a marriage that's going to last throughout the times, keep your cookie in your jar. At least keep it in the jar long enough that you know this person more than just a few dates. Give it a few months. What's 3 months under your belt to know someone before you have sex? Yes, it seems like, oh my gosh, 90 days is forever. But really, is it really? Is it really? No, it's not. Not really. There's things that you guys can do. We all know. There are things that we can do to have sexual gratification without giving up the cookie. So tap into your innermost, deepest feelings and figure out your own body and what makes you happy. And then spread your thighs to someone else to make it happy. But figure yourself out first. It will save you a lot of heartache. It will save you a lot of STDs. And it will save you unwanted pregnancies too. But it all boils down to a very old phrase that my mom used to tell me, and I'm sure other moms used to tell their little girls growing up. Why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? Basically, that's what it boils down to. No guy is gonna really want to wife you up if you're doing everything that a wife would do without all the papers, all the drama, all the foreverness. They can jump ship whenever they want to. Sounds like a good deal to me. So, once again, ladies, it's not that there's no good men out here. It's just you're not allowing them to show how good of a man they are before you're opening up those thighs. So, know your power, know your worth, and just slow your roll. Give it time. Get to know the person before you give them that power between your thighs. All right, that's my pearls of wisdom. I hope you guys have a fantastic morning, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.